haters talking about.
What's up, family? Jessie Jackson, who was recently in Selma, Alabama to commemorate the 1965 Voters' Rights March across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, said he believes Donald Trump, your president, would have probably been on the side of the Stormtroopers who beat protesters in what has gone down in history as Bloody Sunday. Jessie Jackson was asked point blank what he thought Trump would have been doing if he was in Selma at the time. He said probably with the Stormtroopers. By a show of hands, who believes Donald Trump is a racist? Be honest. Be honest. I know there cannot be one person in their right mind who believes that Donald Trump is not a racist. Even some of the racists be like, damn, he's breaking new ground for racists. Man, I thought those days were over. Ooh, man, thank God for Donald Trump. That's why they like him so much, because he's dumb. He's very uncouth, very unpresidential. I mean, just a blob of nothing. Disgust. But they love his dirty draws. Why? Because he's maintaining that status quo. He makes them feel good about themselves. Yeah, makes them feel that there's hope that they can continue to oppress and ride and trample over people's rights. Yeah, that's why they like him. Donald Trump is a despicable human being. And I use the word human being very cautiously. Now, Jessie Jackson has been around a long time. Jessie Jackson ran for president back in '88. Of course, he was unsuccessful. I don't think anybody really thought that Jessie could win, because this one, Jessie was like really, I guess, as close to radical as a Jessie Jackson could be. But, you know, he's been around a long time. He's been, he was with Martin Luther King during the Selma March. He was also there when Martin Luther King died. Something that stood out in his most recent interview while he was in Selma for the 65 Voters' Rights March commemoration is a conversation that he said he had with Governor George Wallace of Alabama back in the Gap. He said that George Wallace, by the way, refused to offer protection to the marchers back in the 60s when they were marching on Selma. So he said that he asked George Wallace one time, after having prayer with him, after he had fallen very ill, why he didn't protect the marchers. And he said, George Wallace said, I did them a favor. He said, if I had not put the troops on them, the mob would have been even worse. Think about what I'm saying, family. A sitting U.S. governor admitted that he purposely refused to provide protection to U.S. citizens. And he said that he turned the troops loose on those citizens because he didn't like what they were protesting about. But he said he did it for their protection, because if he had not turned loose the troops on them to beat them and kill them, the mob would have been even worse. Somebody need to dig his ass up and do whatever you got to do to him. Now, I know some of you Trump fans wish like hell that you could have a George Wallace, and you got George Wallace. You got George Wallace basically in Trump. And a few other governors around the U.S., it's a few of them fit that profile. They're just a little bit more covert in their actions and their behavior. But I do have one question that I would like to ask of Trump supporters who are looking forward to getting back to work with Trump in office, since Trump's the billionaire guy. Since he's successful financially, he's gonna assure that I become successful financially. Many of you were out of work when Trump got in office. Many of you were doing very poorly financially when Trump got in office. Is life any better? No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.